I remember when level 15 first was announced and how collectively disgusted we were as a Clash Royale community at how monetization was being weaponized against the player base. Then I remember B-Rad's response video. And I was touched. I was inspired by his words. I thought, you know what? I can't upgrade to level 15. I'm going to protest. 6 months later, I am done with that. I am selling out, baby. Yeah, that's right. I just needed to get my 400,000 Elite Wild cards, and here we go. I've got a whole Elite level deck. I actually didn't have enough Elite Wild cards, so I upgraded the Barbaro later, but don't worry about that. We are fully maxed out once again, ladies and gentlemen, and all it cost was my soul. Don't worry, I'm still free to play, though. Okay, here we go. So we're going to be climbing from 8,400 trophies today to the Pancake Arena, which is 8,500 trophies. So for a little bit of context here, I've not really been doing a lot on Trophy Road lately, mainly because it isn't really fun to play as a level 14 player against a bunch of level 15 cards. The interactions just really aren't that good. It's not necessarily like game ending, but sometimes it is. Like, there have been several games where I've noted specifically, like, the difference between our towers is like under 400, which is the difference that you'll note happens between level 14 and level 15 towers. So there's been several times where like the only difference between me losing and winning a game was just because they had a higher level than me. So that's a little bit frustrating, so I wasn't wanting to do that. But then level 15 came to Path of Legends, and finally the time had come to Cave. So it's been fun doing the level 14 thing, but I do actually need to spend these Elite Wildcards, and also I was doing this in preparation for the Tower Troops. I didn't know what the upgrade system was going to look like. I still don't know what it's going to look like. All I know is that the Tower Princess will be its own card, and I didn't feel like having to upgrade that as well, so I figured let's just go ahead and take the automatic one that they said is going to happen. And he plays a Lumberjack there. I'm going to try to Bandit skip on it, I think. Oh, it's alive. I thought it was going to die. Yeah, I waited way too long on that. Look at that. The bandits. Okay, see, he had a fire spirit. He could have responded, and instead he just let my bandit get to the tower anyway. So that actually worked out all right. That was a good sequence. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what this guy's deal is here with like Lumberjack and what looks to be a log bait deck. Otherwise, it's not that big of a deal. If they have Inferno Tower to defend, you may think that's not good. Look at that. He has the same thought as me. You know, that works out well because Lightning is going to take care of that really well. Wow, I'm amazing. Did you see that snowball? Really good use of 2 elixir. It looks like the Ramrod didn't get a hit, fortunately. But then that just means that I just completely wasted the snowball. There was literally no reason to use it at all. But that's okay. We're not going to think about that. And we're probably just going to take that Fire Spirit hit. And we're just going to go for a big old push here. And I'm going to play Electro Wizard right into the Fireball. Okay, nice one, bud. Ah, gosh dang it. I should have played that just a little bit higher and I would have been fine. But that's okay. I think because we have our Lightning, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that Inferno Tower. And come on. Okay, so unfortunately we just let everything cancel out, and all that's happened from this sequence is I just took a lot of damage from the Ram Rider. But that's okay. We're doing fine. We're doing fine, guys. So, anyways, yeah, sorry. It's been a little bit since we've had any videos here on the channel. The last one was a 3-minute one. What was I even doing? It was the freeze challenge. That thing was really interesting. Or whatever that's called. The snowstorm. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to avoid playing the Electro Wizard there. And look at that. It pays off. Okay, I'm going to play Ram Rider back here. Honestly, I probably could have played the left lane. It wouldn't have changed anything. And I keep thinking of things right as I do it. I'm like, I totally could have just, like, lightninged a little bit higher. Aimed for, like, whatever support, which was obviously going to be the Lumberjack. And then the Mega Knight would have killed that. And the Inferno Tower. And we got a lot more damage there. But it looks like he's getting overwhelmed here with the Dark Prince opposite lane. He chooses to respond to that instead of the Bandit and Mega Knight on the tower. So there we go. That is our first win. Let's keep climbing. So yeah, anyways, like I was saying before, I know it's been a minute since we've uploaded, and I wish I had an excuse, but I've actually been off of school for the last week, so I've literally been doing nothing but just hanging out with my family and sleeping. So, you know, I've got a good work-life balance going on right now in that I neither have a job nor have a life. So it's been working out pretty well. I have been playing Clash. I just haven't been uploading very much. So yeah, this will come out eventually. You guys will get to see this video. And I'm probably going to keep pushing on Trophy Road. Because now that I'm maxed out, it would be absolutely shameful not to be at 9,000 trophies. Because I've said it before, but basically the only... No, I said it about Ultimate Champion, but the same thing comes into effect. What I said about Ultimate Champion is, if you have that emote, it's not really a good flex. Because all it shows is just that you have a full level 14 deck. And if you have 9,000 trophies, that similarly just represents the fact that you have a full level 15 deck. That's all I've really thought of it. So now that I have a level 15 deck, it's kind of ridiculous for me to be saying that if I'm not at 9,000 trophies myself. So we're going to go ahead and push without an evolution for now, but I am now collecting more Elite Wild cards. So, you know, that's going to come up eventually. And can we stop this Electro Giant? I was wondering if that was what it was going to be, because with a Goblin Cage, you don't really see very many other things other than Electro Giant and the Mega Minion. That was the other kind of tell there. But I think this should be fine. We're probably going to play the Bandit further back, just let the Goblin Brawler cross, get damaged down a little bit. So yeah, anyways, like I was saying, this is probably going to be something I'm going to be working on. I have been trying not to show this deck too much, just, like, even though it is my main deck, there we go, he Lightnings, I'll take that, that's a good trade for us. And we still get a hit. That's great, that's great. So anyways, like I was saying, yeah, I've been trying not to overdo it with this deck on the channel, just because I know it's, like, one deck, so how much can you really get out of it? But this is what I'm playing on Trophy Road, so you are going to see this a little bit more often. You're going to see me pushing, raging a little bit. Hopefully not in this video. We're just trying to get the Pancake Arena. That's all we're doing. If I'm having trouble now, then what does it say about the future? Anyways, yeah, so we got Bowler and Baby Dragon, which is weird. So he's got, like, elements of, like, a Graveyard deck in here, too. But with the Electro Giant, I'm hoping that's all he has. If he has Graveyard, I'm just, like, kind of screwed. I don't know what to do with this. And there we go. Look at that. I was holding onto the Lightning. I was really, really hoping he was going to play a Mega Minion over there. And he did, which is perfect. Because, you know, like, it's really tempting to go for the Bowler, but the Mega Knight and the Dark Prince will take care of that. And unfortunately, he has cycled back to another Bowler, so what all have I really accomplished? The Bandit dashes through, so that's nice timing, but I don't know what we're really accomplishing here. Is he going to go for another Electro Giant at the bridge? I'm going to hate it. Yes, he does. Okay. And it's really like a toss-up between like Electro Wizard and Dark Prince, but since the Dark Prince is a little bit tankier, and he doesn't get knocked back, that seems more sensible there. We do the Electro Wizard second. The reset will, if we time it correctly, prevent the reflection damage of the Electro Giant. And now we have an interesting spot. We can go with another Mega Knight, and I'm hoping that this can start overwhelming him. There's other cards where if you can get double, it's a little bit more overwhelming, like a Sparky. You know, that's a great one. If you ever gotten double Sparky on the map before, you know how that goes. But Mega Knight, it's kind of just nice because you have two big tanks that aren't necessarily going to get damaged down too much by the Electro Giant. And I'm wondering, is it going to be Lightning Value? There we go, that's all we need. Did I miss the Mega Minion? I didn't. It was right on the edge there. Okay, so we're going to play the Electro Wizard just a little off to the side so he doesn't get shocked too much. And yeah, we're kind of in a stalemate here, so this might turn into a spell game. Which it often does in these sorts of things. And that just means it's a matter of defending well. If I can just defend well... What was that tornado? There we go, free 3 elixir there. Thank you, sir. Not like that's going to be the difference of life or death here. And he's just setting up for the same thing. He's just going for the same push every single time. And I'm probably doing basically the same defense every time, but, you know, that's his fault, not mine. He's going to go ahead and Goblin Cage there. And I am just really struggling to break through here. We'll see if I can get something going with the troops, but if not, then yeah, it's just going to be defend, 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 Cycle Lightning at the very end, you know? And he's doing it too, okay. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and throw a Bandit opposite lane. We can see if that... Wow, he not only let all that damage go through, but he whipped the tornado, which was the whole reason for him sacking the damage in the first place. And that Baby Dragon dies to my Lightning because it's a level under. There we go. He quits the game. That is insane. Look at that. All right. Yeah, just good luck. I mean, he played well. He played well. But it's just those levels, man. I'm telling you, it's so obnoxious. This really should not be a thing in the game. Level 15 was such a mistake. And there you have it. We're stopping there at 8,454 trophies. I definitely didn't push higher than this and then just lose a bunch of battles and have to fight desperately in order to get my 2 wins back. That definitely didn't happen. Trust me, guys. This is the entire video. That is all there is. Thank you. I'm not editing else tonight. I'm stopping the recording here. Good night.